Ah. Ah. Hi. Hello. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a debut, and it's probably gonna end up being scuffed, and you'll never guess. I clicked the start streaming, and I didn't click the go live button. So I was there for 3 minutes thinking something's not right, and then I realised. So a tiny bit late, but that's fine. But hello, hi everyone. Ah, I guess we just get into it. Hi. Now, I am gonna do the normal thing that everyone does, which is we start off with the feet. We're going straight into it. You don't even need to worry. We're and I want to show that I have some of the most gorgeous boots ever. They keep going. They're long. They're up to the knees, right? These bad boys. Beautiful. I am not getting wet if I step in a puddle. It's great. But hi Corey. Hi Sarah B. Hello. But look how beautiful they are with all the straps and everything. Like, I am prepared for an adventure. I'm absolutely prepared. Nothing's going wrong here. And you know, I'm not just prepared for an adventure by having very good shoes. I've got my bag as well. My bag of goodies to take with me. After all, how can you be a witchy adventurer without your ingredients? And so we've got some amethysts for good luck. And, you know, just a couple of plants. There's lavender in there. There is nondescript plants that I really should know, but I do not. But yeah. And then obviously we've got the potions. We can't go any... Look at the rigging Clover did for the potions. I am obsessed. Now, you may be asking, what do those potions do? You'll just have to find out. Who knows? Maybe you'll get to drink one later. Maybe you won't. Maybe they'll just stay on my belt forever. Going a bit stale. But no, I love this outfit so much because we've got the shorts with the little, what's it called? The little plant on the side, and we've got, oh, look. I have a shirt. Don't look at anything else. Hi, Jan. Hello. Look at this beautiful, beautiful outfit with like the sleeves. Oh, they're so pretty. And then also I might, I might have a face. I don't know. I haven't found out yet. Go back up. No. Hi. Hello. Hi. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I was so nervous. Oh my gosh. I've been stressing about this all day, but like in a good way, you know? I've never streamed on YouTube before, ever. And I was like, I think I've got everything set right. I hope I've got everything set up right. Toes? Wait, Jan, how far behind are you? I showed off the grippers ages ago. Loving the hair, yeah. Look at that gradient down. Oh, very fluff, much fluff. But yeah, we've also I really love the earrings as well. Look how pretty they are. And so dangly. As long as they don't get caught in anything, we're good. But yeah, oh, I've been so stressed. But the great thing about this goober, oh my gosh, Jan, you are so behind. What do you mean at such a cute back? Jan, no. Jan. I mean, it's fine. I'll go back to the bag so it looks like you're not behind. Yes, it is very cute. If I move too much, it looks like they might fall out. So, but yeah. So, hi. Let me properly introduce myself. Have I done that yet? I don't think I did that. Hi, my name is Star or Charlie. You could use either one. And if you can't tell by my accent, I'm British. And I am your local witchy vtuber who is not a vampire. Jan, you are so behind. Jan, no. Yeah, no, not a vampire. You might see the fangs. Don't worry about them. They're not deadly. I promise they're not deadly. You just gotta trust me. Yeah. But that's not all I have. For you see, you can't go on an adventure without a friend. Look at the little guy! Look at him! Wah! This is Lavender. They're a, I don't know, fox bat? I don't know, I found them in the woods. They were looking a bit sad and lonely, so I took them in. And now he sits here with me. But yeah, he's He just vibes down there. He doesn't talk. He will just stare at you though. So I do apologize. He's a big starer. He's looking. He's looking. You see, I would say he would break eye contact first, but the thing is he really likes to blink when I blink. And yeah, Jan, you're so bum. We've just caught up to Jan figuring out they're behind. Welcome in, Jan. Oh, hold on. 07. I'm ready for Jan to listen in and just wait. Hold on, Jan. Type hello in the chat if you've caught up. You're fine. I don't know much about YouTube streaming either, so I'm like I don't know if you heard me explaining that I clicked the start streaming button but not the go live button, and then I was confused why nothing happened for 3 minutes. I was like, wait, I swear things are meant to be happening. Am I not streaming? What am I doing? You know, I've only just moved into this castle. I don't know much. Hello. Okay. So you're like, how far behind is that? Like 10, 20 seconds maybe? That's not bad. That could be worse. Anyway, you all have missed us introducing Lavender, this little guy who likes to stare. Just don't mind him too much. He will keep staring at you. That's all he does. He's just a little guy, you know? There's not much going on in that head of his, but that's all right. He's cute and fluffy, and I cannot ask for more. But you may be wondering what else can this model do? If we've got this little guy, you know, oh, I'd die for Lavender? Would you now? Would you? I'll take note of that. I'll take note. That, yeah. Yeah. Actually, hold on. I have the perfect thing for this. Now, would you? You would die for Lavender. I could become evil. Not that I am evil. I promise I'm not evil. I would never be evil. Unless. I could also, you know, I don't have to be evil. I could be sad instead. We could just be sad here. That's fine. Lavender's happy though. That's all that matters. As long as Lavender's happy, I'm happy. And you know, if you really hate me, we could do a little bit of a I might be able to go bold. You're gonna see a pattern in a second. I'm really good at going bold. Like, you might be thinking, okay, it's just one bold toggle. How bad could it be? Just you wait. just wait. But normally I have hair, so it's fine. It's fine. But oi, you know how you said you'd die for Lavender? We can speed that up. I'm watching you. I could also. It's great. I have tear ducts. You would never guess. I could produce water. Can you believe it? One of the most important things to exist in life. I can produce it. It doesn't fall. Nice wit. Oi! 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 What are you calling a wig? What you calling a wig? I can't believe this. I can't believe this. You see, now whilst Jan is calling my hair a wig and being evil, I know deep down I love Jan. Jan's cool. Oh, you guys are all cool. In fact, actually, no, you guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. I look at all of you down there. Hello. Hi, everyone. And you are beautiful, stunning, handsome. Yes. Yes. And you all should know that. Because it is true. It's very true. I'm calling out Jan specifically because Jan is also a witch like me. Maybe a witch with purple hair, like me. So, of course, with my own ego, I would say Jan is beautiful. Because, I mean, you know, you can't go wrong with a witch with purple hair. You just can't. But you may be thinking, okay, you've got this very cute, you know, 90s aesthetic. That's sweet. Surely that's not all. And you'd be right. You'd be very right. Because I am magic! And I have many forms. That is the power of being a witch. Are you ready? Oh, oh, oh. Now you may be thinking I was cutesy. But we could be a little bit serious. You ready? The spell's almost finished casting. Ooh, bah. Hello. Look how pretty I am. Even prettier than before. Ho, 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 ho. This just gives me like so many D&D vibes. I love it. And don't worry, we still have the beautiful, beautiful bag in all of its glory, where if I bounce too much, I'm probably gonna lose everything. No, I can go invisible. I can change my form, and I'm still not a vampire. I know I have fangs. I know the fangs are there, but I promise I'm not a vampire. I'm just a witch. I won't steal your blood. I promise. Because you know I'm not evil. I'm not like that. I would never be evil. But look. Ah, hello. I think I'm a little bit taller in this form as well. So, you know, that's a bonus. But you know how I was doing that foreshadowing, right? It's not a wig. It's not a wig. I have hair. I promise I have hair. It's not a wig. I just, you know, it's a spell that I learned, which sometimes comes in use. I don't ask what use, but it does sometimes come in use to be able to, you know, change your hair. Just don't question it too much. It's a simple spell. See, it's easy. Another wig? No, I was just explaining it's not a wig. I just have a spell that can, you know, make my hair disappear. That's all it is. I promise it's just a spell, alright? Yeah? Yes? I need to see some nodding heads out there. And you may be thinking, alright, so you have the ability to change into another form. Okay. But next you'll be telling me there's more forms. And you know, maybe just... a spell that moves your wig. Jan? Jan? We're gonna have words after this, Jan. We're gonna have words. Big words. I'm looking at you. I'm staring deep into your eyes. I'm watching you. I'm watching you intently. But anyway, as I was saying, I'm not evil. So don't worry about it. I'm not threatening anyone. I am just a simple witch who just, it vibes and, you know, likes, you know, just not doing evil things. Because I'm not evil and I'm not a vampire. I'm just a witch. And speaking of spells, are you ready? Just to show you how I am not evil. I can produce an even cuter form, which just proves for without a doubt that I'm not evil. Because you'll look at this form and you'll think, yeah, no, that's not an evil person. Hi. Hello. Evil vampire wig witch? Oh! Oh! That's not who I am! I am just a beautiful, happy witch who has real hair and is not a vampire and is doing everything for the sake of good. Yes. Yes. Hello! Now, speaking of not having wigs, just to show you, once again, this is a spell. Remember, this is a spell that I've learned to do in many forms. Bah. Ta-da! See, it's real hair. Real hair. She's a gremlin. As long as that means I'm innocent and, you know, not evil, then yes. No! No! Not a wig! Not a wig! It's not a wig! I can't believe this. I can't believe this. I let you into my home and I show you some cool spells. I will make you learn these spells as well. I could even perform these spells on you. How would you feel losing your hair, huh? Huh? Wigs from real hair are pretty wigs. Yeah, but it's still my hair. It's a magic spell. Right? I'm not putting on someone else's hair, although that would be alright. It's my own hair that I could just make, bam, disappear. You know, like, bam. Right? Still my own hair. But, you know, maybe if you won't listen to me, you'll listen to this guy. How can you not trust that face? Are you listening to him? He's saying very important words right now. You better be listening. You can't steal my hair. My hair is a cloud. Watch me. Watch me. To be fair, my magic spell right there didn't work. I meant to do this. I meant to be, not that I'm evil, I meant to be evil like this. But hey, you know, the heart eyes still work. They still work. I will indeed listen to the guy. Perfect. Perfect. That's what I want to hear. I mean, I'm not evil laughing. I'm not evil. I know we've been over this, but, you know, just to hammer it home. Because, I mean, obviously, you're here to join my, my little coven, right? You're gonna help me. So, it's important that you know that I'm not evil. I'm just not. And, you know, we've got so many little critters here. Like this guy. That, you know, it's like a big family. And, you know, none of us are evil. And you won't be evil either. We'll just, be happy little guys together. Perfect! Perfect! Anyway, now you may be saying, surely, you've shown off 3 forms. You don't tell me you have a magic trick for another form. And I hate to not disappoint. Let me just cast that spell. Because, you know, once again, I'm trying to prove that I'm not evil. And if there's anyone you would listen to, it'd be someone like me. Because I am trustworthy. Definitely not evil. Now, you know, I'm feeling a little tipsy. But yeah, I could keep my balance all right. This form isn't as what's the word? Stable. But just to, you know, it's a work in progress. You know, I might just not be able to stay on my feet very well in this form, but it's a trustworthy form. Because I'm a trustworthy person. And, you know, if you wouldn't trust these eyes right here, maybe you trust these eyes instead. Are these eyes not trustworthy? We're gonna get along so well. We're gonna have so many adventures, and we're gonna collect so many things to create the coolest potions. I'm gonna luck a bit, don't lose your wig. Okay, well, it's good to know that because, you know, I'm not as stable in this form, I haven't actually perfected the magic trick to take off my hair in this form. So don't worry, I won't. Hi, Sarah. Cute, right? Very. Very cute and trustworthy. Yes. You can trust the butterflies. You can trust... I mean, you could just trust me, you know, in any capacity at any point. I promise. I'm very trustworthy. Yes. Hopefully I've hammered this point down, but you know, just in case, maybe I can pull out another 4. Just maybe. But this, I've got to try real hard for this one. Hold on. Hi. Can you see me down here? Hello. I'm on the desk. I'm afraid of this form, I can't really move. I am just stuck to one spot. But it'll be great to, you know, it's good to know that I can't lose my hair in this form either. Not that I ever lose my hair, but I can do something pretty cool. I can remove my hands and I can change my hairstyle. So instead of, you know, losing my hair completely, I can tie it up. Because it's not a wig. It's just not a wig. Trustworthy, not a vampire, and definitely not evil. You're getting it. I'm so glad. This is perfect. Cause it's true. Yeah? Okay, great. But yeah, I can just, you know, perch. I have been working on a levitating spell. Hold on, give me a second. Oh. Oh. Oh wait, hold on. Okay. I was worried for a second I was going to a terrible spot. But now you just look at the fire. I don't have to be. It's fine, it's fine. Hello. Hello. There's little mice on the floor. I don't know if you can see them. They're down there. Just, you know, mind the fire, little guys. But yeah, you see, this place is cute and homely and not an evil layer. We will get along so well. And now you may be thinking, surely you don't have another form. Which the answer would be, bah. This one takes a while to brew up. Give it a second. Oh, oh, whoa. Bah. Hi. Hello. Now, I'm still working on perfecting this form. You know? Just a tiny bit. Because I haven't figured out how to take my hair off yet. I'm so sorry. It's not a wig. But it's also not purple. So, it might actually be a wig this time and not my real hair. But you know, I'm still trustworthy. And it's great. Because in this form, you'll never guess what I could do. I can wave. Hello! Hi! Hello, hello! How are you all doing? Are you having fun? Do you trust me yet? Please say yes. Otherwise, I will be sad. I will be sad if you don't trust me yet. I will be so sad. Please. Please. I need some new guys to help. To help with collecting potion ingredients. And I will be sad if you leave. I'll be so sad. So yeah. Hold on, let me zoom out. So you can see me in my full glory. I'm still working on that levitating spell, you know. As you can see, this form, I haven't got my bag, so I can't adventure in this form, alas. Because I can't go out without a bag. It just doesn't work. I don't have pockets. You think they give women pockets? No. No, we don't get pockets. Because they hate us. But yeah, those are all the forms I have at the moment. Maybe I'm working on a couple of spells for some other forms. You know, a witch can never stop spellcasting. You never know. But let's go back to my original form, you know? Just a little bit of a hi. I much prefer this one, you know, because Lavender's here, and I miss Lavender. It's sad when Lavender's not around, because they're just a silly guy, and they just, you know, they're so welcoming and wholesome and happy, and I miss them. But, you know, now that I've shown off a couple of tricks, you know, hopefully you're impressed. Please be impressed, please. You want to say, please. Please. But, you know, maybe I can entice you further if I just, hold on, let me just, you know, just pop over here real quick, and then I'm gonna, okay, I think I remember the spell. It worked. Perfect. Now, I said my name was Star, or, you know, you can call me Charlie. Either one works. But maybe you want to know a little bit more. Like the fact that my birthday's this month. March the 22nd. I'd say it's a very good date. You know? 223. You know, instead of 222, why not just have, or even like 123, 223. That's the best date. Yes. And once again, I'm British. I live in this lovely little It's a lovely little town with its beautiful castle and lots of very cute houses. And I just live in my tower. You know, hold on, let me put it up again. Wow. You can see out the window into the beautiful, beautiful landscapes below. It's a bit dark, so it might be a bit hard to see. Hold on, I'm squinting. Yeah, I can see a house out there. There's definitely one. But anyway, and once again, I am a witch, not a vampire. I'm not. I promise. I promise. You're 23, I feel not. I am. But don't worry. My birthday's coming up soon and then I'll be 24. Is there any cool things about 24? I know 22 you've got the Taylor Swift song. I mean, who's Taylor Swift? I'm from the medieval era. I have no idea who Taylor Swift is. 24. I don't know any cool things about 24 apart from, you know, once you reach 25, you're halfway to 50. But I'm not there yet, so I'm all good. I'm not halfway to 50 yet. One day I will. One day I'll be really old, and then I'll have to, you know, work on a spell to stop myself from aging. And that's a whole can of worms, which I'm not ready to open yet. So I'm fine now. But yeah, you may be wondering, what are my plans with you all here? You know, for full transparency, I want to create YouTube videos. I have, so a little secret. I've streamed before. I know, crazy. But I wanted to move to the good old platform of YouTube. Because despite the fact that the other app's purple and I have this whole color scheme of being purple, I decided to go to the red. The big old red YouTube. And I'll be completely honest, I was meant to have a video out after this stream, which is almost done. And then I remembered it's not like the purple app where you can just, you know, post things and it's fine. You need thumbnails and all of this setup. And so I have not set up everything for the video yet. But I promise it will be out soon, and I have 2 others recorded. So yeah, I've done a bit of Minecraft, I've done a bit of Peak, and I've done a bit of Repo, and hopefully they should be out. I'm holding myself accountable. You all need to hold me accountable, because whilst I'll admit I'm not evil, I am a procrastinator. So I'm expecting you all to hold me accountable. And then with that, get through my playlist. So once again, you know, I'm spending all of this time doing all of this witchy work. But sometimes you want to sit down and play a game. And I have a lot of games which I want to play that I've never played. For example, one that always, you know, gets people is when I say I've never played Undertale. I got the game back in 2022. Actually, maybe it might have been 2021. I can't even remember. I've had the game a while, and I've still not got around to playing it. And there are so many other games like that. And so the aim is, maybe I can get through a couple. Just maybe. Hopefully. Once again, I'm counting on you all to hold me accountable. That's why I've invited you here. I need people to hold me accountable. The next one is collect all the ingredients. Partly going into different worlds and realms. There's so many different ingredients to collect to make different potions. So I need to go out and collect them all. I've got a couple. I'm thinking, you know, with doing some Minecraft. Alright, just to give an example. Minecraft, you have the Ender Eyes, which I think you can make some pretty cool potions out of those. But I don't have any Ender Eyes yet. So I'm sending you out specifically. That is your goal now. Have fun. Yeah? But yes, we'll collect every single ingredient. We're going for 100% full completion. We could do it. I believe. It's not impossible. Great. And then collab with the people, because it's all good, you know, going out and doing these things by myself. But, you know, there is a benefit of being in numbers, and, well, I'm just one guy. And then with Lavender, I'm 2. And then with the little bat friend, I'm 3. And with you guys, I'm a couple more. And then with even more people, we'll have completed it, you know, in no time. And then the final one is to build an army of bat cats. But you may be thinking, what's a bat cat? And I'm disappointed in you for not knowing. I can't believe this. But don't worry, it'll come up in the slides. So, we'll get to it in a second. But it's time for me to do a little bit of introducing. So I've introduced you to Lavender, but Lavender's not the only one. There's also Time, which is the little owl, beige, brown guy. Yes. who's on the other side. And these 2 are my little critters, who have been helping me so far with collecting ingredients. They've been very useful, but as you've noticed with Lavender down here, Lavender just stares. Lavender's not good at collecting ingredients, or materials, or anything really. But we love them because they're cute. we love them anyway, you know? I'm not firing them, and I'm not replacing them. I'm just, you know, quote unquote hiring more people to basically do all the jobs Lavender doesn't. Time's alright though. Time gets the job done. But you know, we just don't mind how big Lavender's ears are. They won't be understanding me, so it's all good. But yeah, we just might be getting, you know, you guys in to help with what Lavender can't do. Quite maybe. Just possibly. Ender Eyes, that's a bit of a challenge, I know, and that's why I need your help. Yes, you, right there. I'm looking at you. Yes. And, you know, Lavender and Time, cute little critters. I wonder if there's any more cute little critters. You know how I was talking about bat cats earlier? Fun fact. You are bat cats. You right there. Yes, you. You there, watching this. Have you looked at yourself recently? I've cast a little spell on you. Whatever form you were before, no more. You are now a bat cat. Because, whilst it's all good having, you know, a range of people helping me, there's nothing wrong with being a little critter. And so look, you weren't looking. You were distracted by me talking about not being evil, which I still am. And I might have been distracting you with the wigs, which are not wigs. It's my real hair. It's just a cool magic trick. And I turned you into a bat cat. But there are perks of being a bat cat, okay? There are many perks. For example, you can be any color you want. You want to be bright blue. You want to be a cool, like, you know, reddish brown. Whatever you want, you can be it. As you can see right here, I have a couple of examples of bat cats that I've definitely not already transformed into bat cats. They weren't other people before. They were definitely always bat cats. But, you know, you can look like anything. And, you know, if you're ever, you know, needing a bit of help figuring out what you look like as a bat cat, I have this little base you can use. So, as you can see, they're silly guys. The only thing is they're a cat with just little bat wings on the corner of their head. You know, almost like a second pair of ears, except you can't hear through them. But yeah, you could be any type of cat you want, as long as you've got those ears. Well, wing ears, I guess. You are a bat cat. Because you are one right now. I don't make the... I was going to say, I don't make the rules, but actually I do. I make the rules. I've turned you into one. You don't get to escape this. But yeah, you are all just little kitty cats who are going to help me with collecting ingredients. So welcome. I know I was here to hire you for the role. I've already hired you. You passed the interview. You didn't have an interview, but you've passed it. Congratulations. You don't need to look for a job anymore. You've got one. I mean, look how cute they are. I designed them myself. Well, with a bit of help, but... Anyway, moving on. You know, if you're confused by your cat form, just be glad you're furry. It's very comforting, especially as we're in winter right now. You'll be extra warm, so that you don't need to worry about anything. Don't stress about, you know, your original form. It's not important. It's all good. Like I said, I'm not evil. I'm not, you know, I'm not a vampire. It's fine. It's fine. We're all good. Welcome to the team. Now, you may be thinking, you've got some cool designs there. You've got some cool forms. Well, I can't take credit for them. I cannot take credit for them. So this model right here was drawn by envtuber, and it was rigged by Moo Clover, which I love it. Look how pretty it is. But the design itself, I can't even believe this. Hold on, let me do a magic trick real quick. Oh! Oh, it's going. There we go. Hi. So the model and this model and the design in general was done by the Inky Warlock, which you can always trust a warlock. And I think this warlock did an amazing job. Look how pretty I am. Ah! Because I'm not evil. And I needed, you know, some help in proving that I'm not evil. So they helped with showing that look how soft and beautiful I am. And you could never believe this person would be evil. So I think they did a great job. Congrats on the debut. Thank you. But yeah. So if you're ever in need of a form that is not evil, and looks cute and cozy and brings in the masses so you can turn them into bat cats, I'd recommend going to the Inky Warlock. Raina's watching this with me and she's surprised at her bat ears. Hey, you see? I turned everyone into bat cats who are here. Like I said, I do make the rules. But anyway, let's have a look. I did not... You know how you can just hear this, like, music in the background? It's done by the wonderful Alka Crab, who, I'll be honest, I went looking for music today and I found that music was like, oh, this is perfect. Because they had a whole bunch of tracks which are just like medieval fantasy vibes. It's like, perfect, all right. Because I'm trying to make sure that I don't look evil, as I said, because I'm not. I need just something calm to, you know, entice you all in. Yes. And then, as you can see behind me, we have this gorgeous, gorgeous castle. Well, it's a tower in a castle. I don't own the whole castle. I'm not like that. I'm hired here to help out. I actually have a cottage in the woods as well, but right now I'm working in the castle. But this beautiful, beautiful castle was built by Soran. And I think they did a wonderful job. Look, I could even hold on. Let me bring the slide up again. If I want to, I can just, you know, that's me. I don't need to levitate me. I'm all good. I can, you know, I can move things about. I can have these over here if I really wanted to. They allowed me to customize this castle as much as I wanted, which is great. Because that's what I like. I like being able to cast spells and just customize everything. So yeah. It's very pretty and cozy. And I hope you all enjoy your new home now. Because you're going to be staying with me. And finally, because there's a lot of different stuff and a lot of different forms, I have everything up on this wonderful, wonderful site I found called Toy House. Which, I wonder if I can get the link to it. Can you post links in a YouTube chat? I don't know much about YouTube, I'm new here. I just needed somewhere to, you know, advertise and get an army of Batcats. But let me just... But if you ever want to browse at the beautiful, beautiful artwork, and figure out who did what, I have a toy house with all of it credited. So if you're ever unsure, you can go check that out. But I think that's all I had on this PowerPoint. Huh. Interesting. Let me just... Bah. Oh, it went wrong. I didn't do that spell right. Hold on. Bah. There we go. There we go. It's taking up so much space. But, you know, if any of you have any questions, especially about your new form, now is the time to ask. Because I will not be taking questions later because I will be sleeping. So. And you know, next time we'll be awake. I'll be awake even. Oh. I guess we'll all be awake then. Hopefully. You guys better be ready to work. We'll be when we go on our first adventure. It's gonna be a good one. I promise. We got to find those eyes of Enders. So. But maybe I'm just thinking. Maybe we can do something a little bit more creative. Hold on. Let me look around here. Let me just shuffle some things about. Hold on. Oh. Let me just move that and move that and maybe move that. Maybe we just let me just shuffle that over here and move that over there and Minecraft adventure, yes. We're going on a Minecraft adventure. But that's tomorrow, or you know, in a couple of days. I need to figure out how to get there first. I've got to cast a spell in order to enter the realm, and it's quite a tricky one to enter. I will be honest. You'd think it'd be easy, but no. There's like some borders off or something, and there's like different worlds. Like, you know, I tried once to get in there before, and I ended up in this place called the Nether, which was not as pleasant. I didn't want to end up there, so then I had to go home. Come back a little bit. Yeah, right. Anyway, hold on. I'm thinking I might take on a different form for this. Let me just... Oh! There's two of me. Oh no, there's two. Oh no, I did that form wrong. Hi. Fancy seeing you here. I've brought one of my Batcats along with me. What's his name? Oh, he doesn't have a name. He hasn't given me a name. But anyway, let me just... let's put that down. Oh, perfect. Now, you probably want to know a bit more about me. It's all fine and dandy, knowing who I am and who you guys are. But... Let's go to a bit more depth. Hold on. I'm doing this in black. Let me go to a nice purple. We'll stay on theme. He's so cute. Yeah, well, you're all Batcats now, so you're all cute. Have you ever tried mixing dirt, iron, and flint? Yeah, that took me to, like, this weird, like, flat world. I don't know how to explain it. I think it was called, like, terrarium. Yeah, it took me to a terrarium. Actually, maybe the M wasn't there. But as I said, my name is Starfuls. Yeah, and I'm trustworthy. Yep, trustworthy. Witch. Yay. See? and my handwriting is perfect and completely legible, and you don't need to worry about it. But, you know, seeing as you're here and you're going to be here a while, here are some of the things that, you know, you might want to know about me. For example, as a British person, I'm great at drawing mugs. I do indulge in a bit of tea. But if you want to bring me tea, there's one thing you need to know. No caffeine. Not at all. We don't do caffeine here. Caffeine is not a thing of this witch. This witch likes her herbal teas. We don't be dealing with that evil stuff. The evil stuff that keeps the young people awake. It's evil, I tell you, evil. What's your favorite tea brand? Ooh. Ooh. Suddenly I've forgotten all the tea brands. Well, I will tell you I'm quite impartial to a mint tea. I do like one. It's you know, it's good for the stomach. Settles it down. I also quite like a lemon and honey. Can't go wrong. And then, I'm trying to think of the brand. The brand that just... I think I have some in here. Hold on. Yes, I do have tea on me at all times. That's the wrong brand. I need a different type of tea packet. Now, there we go. Twinings. The Twinings tea. This one right here is called Time to Unwind, with strawberry and chamomile with lime flower. I do like the names because they're great at getting me to believe that it's helping me more than it is. Because if I have one that says sleep, then I'm like, okay, bet, I'm gonna go to sleep. Or if I have one that's like, immune support, I'm like, great, I'm helping my immune system. They work. It's the greatest placebo of all time. Because even if they don't necessarily work, I believe they work. And that's the most important thing. So yeah, hold on, let me draw that a bit better. Let's get a couple of illustrations in here. We'll try and draw a slightly better mug. This is not a better mug, but it's fine. You know, this isn't an art class. There we go. Tea. Now, you may be saying, don't tell me you're even more British. You don't just like tea, but you also like the rain. I do, in fact, like the rain. I'm not helping anyone. I am very British. But you know, all I'm saying is rain by itself is a bit eh. But let me tell you, when you are inside and the rain is outside, rain on roof. You cannot go wrong with the sound of rain from outside whilst you're inside. It's the perfect vibe. With a cup of tea, with the rain. It's just pure bliss. It is pure bliss. These two things together, good time. Good time. Yes. Amazing time. Okay, now, oh gosh. Now I've got to think of more likes I have. I just thought of the British ones. Wait. Wait, what else is there? Okay. Now, you may be saying, these drawings are okay, but they could be better. But I do enjoy drawing. Let's just put like a human there. I don't know. What do people draw? Wait, what? I could draw a cat. Perfect. There we go. There's a cat. Bah. Whiskers. And then we add a pen. And maybe some paints. I do like a bit of the arts and crafts. I love your handwriting. My handwriting is normally better than this. I'll be honest. Can you even read that? That says drawing? That looks like it says drowning. I don't enjoy drowning, actually. That is not something I enjoy. I know that quite a few witches have drowned in the past, but that is not... Oh, I'm actually writing drowning now. Wait. I don't want to write drowning. There we go. Now it doesn't look like drowning. I agree, rain is good. Yes. Except for when you're in it and it's really windy. Then it's not an ideal. It's not even a final form? Oh gosh, you're gonna make me try and figure out how to... Hold on. What even... Oh gosh. Now the pressure is on. Handwriting. Like... Sometimes a bit neater than that. It depends. I do this great thing where if I'm making notes during a meeting or something, I will scribble them down and then I will use the other side of the page and write them neatly and then only show people the neat version. And then they think I'm a god. But you know, I don't even hold my pen correctly. You know, all of these things about good handwriting. I was always told off by the teachers when I was younger because I never held my pen correctly, and then they tried to teach me how to hold it correctly, and I was like, no, this don't feel right. I don't want to do this. And after the one teacher that tried to make me do it correctly, none of them cared. So it was all good. I think because my handwriting was all right, they were like, okay, it's not that big of a deal. It's fine. It's fine. But as well as drawing, we're going to draw another book here. I do enjoy a bit of the reading. Just a little bit. Because there are some great stories out there. And you know what's great to do with a great story? Steal from it. Sometimes you'll be reading a book and you'll be like, wow, that's amazing. I want to use that now. I have the same with films. I'll come out with a film just like, oh, that was amazing. I'm using that. Mine now. But it's great just to escape to beautiful worlds. Saying that, I do also like the specific brand of non-fiction that is about different folklore. I have this little bookshelf that you can't see. Actually, hold on. Let me move real quick. It's down there. It's under my desk. It's just down there. But we've got some pretty books about the folklore of the sea, of woods, specifically in Britain. We've got the Arthurian legends, which I'm a bit of a fan of the Arthurian legends. They're pretty cool. It's what I'd like to call inspiration. Don't know exact. Now you get me. You know what I'm on about. To be fair, they say that every single bit of creative inspiration is stolen from somewhere. In some capacity. So it's not stealing actually, because everyone does it. If everyone's super, no one will be. But yeah, it's nice to get lost in the worlds of specifically fantasy. I enjoy myself a bit of a fantasy. I enjoy myself a bit of a folklore. You could never tell by this theme that I have going on currently that, you know, obviously isn't a theme, it's real. You are actually been turned into Batcats, and I am actually a witch. I don't know why you'd think any different. But yes, I very enjoy. I guess I'll chuck in here next to the reading with your iconic clipperboard films. Because, you know, I would say one and the same, except people would get really upset if I said one and the same, because oof, the film versus book debate, I don't want to get into it, it scares me. But, you know, both work well. I love going to the cinema. I love being in a dark room, getting lost in a source of media. Best thing to do. Shout out anyone watching this in a cinema. The exact none of you watching this in the cinema, I'm proud of you. I'm seeing you right now not doing that. I wonder if anyone's ever watched it. I would say that. I think surely someone has watched a vtuber in a cinema before. There has to be at least one out there. Even if it's a home cinema. But you know, I'm fine not being shown in a cinema because you're here in my little tower with me. And I do not have a cinema. So I don't know where you would get a cinema from. Okay. What else do I like? Oh no, I've really got to delve in deep. Oh, that's a good one. How do I draw these? Oh, not that big of a nose. I quite like deer. Oh dear. Now technically, deer are considered pests because there's too many of them out in our woodlands, but I like to think of them as the cutest pest out there. They're beautiful. They're magnificent. Look at those antlers. So glorious, so great. Now I do enjoy other creatures out there, don't get me wrong. I know you've all been turned into batcats, and I do love batcats. But if any of you turned into like a batcat deer, I'm not saying you would be my favorite, but you might be my favorite. But it's just the way they prance elegantly through the woodlands, and they just, oh, with like the cute little spots on the baby deer. Oh, they're so cute. And you know, I did enjoy Bambi. It was a good film. I did cry. So yeah, I love me some deer. Beautiful, beautiful creatures. They might be my favorite creature. They are my favorite creature. Let's not lie here. Now, I also enjoy... I'll add it here with the reading and the films. I like the video games. Once again, you'd never guess that I like video games. That's crazy. Who here likes video games? No, I don't get to play them all the time because I'm busy with this work I gotta do, find these potions and stuff. Hi, Yuri. Hello. Hello. Oh, let's. I was about to say drawing Minecraft. Does this even look like Minecraft? I don't know. Oh, there. Oh no, my pen's broke. Come back to me. There we go. I was gonna say my block was looking too big. Video games, what's that? I don't know. I've never heard of them. Wait, hold on, Yuri, you've just got here. Hold on, I need to just cast a spell real quick. Hold still. Perfect, okay. I was gonna say you weren't a batcat yet. I had to turn you into a batcat. Everyone here's a batcat now. I don't make the rule. I do make the rules. I do make the rules. So congratulations, you've joined the team. I dabble in these games of the video, as you should. Now you may be thinking, video games, that's a rather broad topic. Surely you have some favorites. Which I do. I do like me, specifically, Stardew Valley. That's one I have a lot of hours in. I've got like maybe 600 hours in that one. I've got 100 in Peak. I do enjoy climbing mountains. I don't do it often, you know, in my witchy form, so I can do it on the video game. Yes, yes. caves are scary and mountains are scary. I'd rather not climb them. I'd rather levitate up them. Much easier. Now, obviously, Minecraft, you know, it's just so open-ended, and they have potion crafting. So you can't go wrong. Peek. 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 I do enjoy the Stanley Parable. I don't know. Stanley's just a cool guy. He's just pretty chill. You know? Can't go wrong. Okay, now I've got to think of games. Oh no. What games do I know? I should have planned this in advance. I know I have a lot of hours in Cookie Clicker. That is not my favourite game. I just left it AFK for a couple of days. And then it put it up to like one of my top games. Because I just had it open. And I regret doing that. So I'm not putting Cookie Clicker up here. What games do exist? I feel like I'm a fraud now. That was me talking about going to different places and playing all the games that I need to get to. And yet, I can't even name them. You see, Stardew was easy because it was just in the news. Because they made that guy Clint dateable. And everyone was pissed about it. And, you know, I can get behind it. He might be a blacksmith. But I know some better blacksmiths. Minecraft's easy. Peak's easy to think of. Stanley Parable, I always think about the Stanley Parable. Think of my man Stanley. I love Stanley. Oh, I remember one now. Professor Layton. That's another game series I enjoy. Because there's nothing like a bit of puzzle solving. You can't go wrong, and he's British. Is that spelled right? Is it 2 S's? Is it 1 F? I do not enjoy spelling. That is not one of my likes. That's fine. We just oh, there we go. Nailed it. Professor. That looks better. There we go. Professor Layton. Easy. I promise I can spell most of the time. But yeah, good game series. I know people grew up with stuff like Pokemon. I've never played Pokemon. But Professor Layton was my game. That was the game that I played. Pretty good game. Pretty good game. Well, pretty good. How many games did they make? So like 6, and then they had his daughter. And now they're making a new one. Can you believe it? They're going into steampunk. Which actually, you know what? Let's go over here. Into this part, the extra part of the canvas. I do quite enjoy steampunk. And I like cottagecore. I'd say those are my 2 favourites. Very good vibes. What to draw for them? I guess maybe the goggles. Easy. Yeah, they're beautiful. Perfect. I've never seen prettier looking goggles. And I guess for cottagecore we could draw a cottage. You know, with the thatched housing. Perfect. I'm such a good artist. It's beautiful. I'm trying to think. I think there's a good amount. That's a decent amount of things I like. Right? You know, my birthday's coming up on March the 22nd, so you now know what to get me. Get me some tea with some rain. Maybe put a deer in there. Maybe a game, a book, or a film. And then, you know, we have a drawing session. Easy. Perfect. There you go. All sorted. Now, I've already explained a little bit of some of the things I dislike. One of the first things being spelling. Who invented spelling? Spelling's evil. Because what do you mean? It sounds right in my head and looks right on the paper and then actually it's wrong. Can't believe it. Cannot believe it. And then, as I said before, we like rain. But rain and wind? Rain and wind does not work. Rain and wind together? Evil! Evil! I just remembered one other thing I like. It's fine, I've done my likes now. We don't need to... I'm like, the second I move on to the other thing, that's when I remember. Beautiful. I've got to think of more dislikes. Maybe if I go back to the things I like. Hold on. I'm going to add up here that I do like musicals. I like the singing and the dancing. They're very good. Yes. Anyway. Did that make me think of more things to dislike? It didn't help. It didn't help. Hold on. Yes, because I'm not a hateful person, so I don't have much that I dislike. Because I'm not evil, remember? And, you know, not evil people like a lot of things. They don't hate anything. So actually, you know, we don't even have spelling in rain and wind. I don't hate anything. I don't have any dislikes. Yeah! Just please don't put me in the rain and the wind. Please don't. Please don't put me in a spelling bee. Don't put me in a spelling bee in the rain and the wind. I will cry. I will. And you wouldn't want to see that. It'd be like my worst nightmare. What do people normally dislike? I guess I do not like caffeine. I'm basically just going on everything that I liked with the technicalities of why I didn't like certain aspects of them. Hold on, is that 2 E's? Oh no, I'm going back to my spelling. Caffeine, how do I... It's great, I got this, like, thing which tells me, which basically, you know, you go to Google. Oh, there's an extra E! There's an extra E! No! First try! I never spelled it wrong! There we go. I don't like caffeine. Thank you for spelling it in chat, but don't worry, I already got there. Caffeine is evil. Because... What do you mean I can drink it and it's meant to make me more energized and it makes me more tired? You lied to me, caffeine. You are meant to give me energy. No. No. Maybe it just doesn't work for me, but no, it's evil. It's evil for everyone. It's always evil. It's always ever will be evil. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, that's another thing. Yeah, 3 is a solid amount. Maybe I don't need to think of any more. There you go. Now my worst nightmare is being at a spelling bee in the rain and the wind, and I have to drink coffee. There you go. The nightmare's been upgraded. I don't know why I'm telling you this, actually. I don't want you to know how to replicate my worst nightmare. Because technically, you know, I've just turned you all into bat cats, and some of you might be upset about that. I'd rather you would help me collect ingredients to make some potions and be an amazing witch, rather than go against me and try to make my worst nightmares. Just pretend I never said anything. I didn't say anything about any nightmares or anything I dislike. It does not exist. Don't worry. they didn't exist. I didn't say anything. What else do people talk about? You know my likes. You don't know my dislikes. You know my name. That's pretty solid, right? Surely that's everything. You don't need to know anything more about me. Well, in that case, let me just shuffle a couple things across. Let me just do a couple of magical spells, like... Whoop. Oh, it's gone. That was pretty easy. And then we just do a bit of a... Okay, I've got to make sure I don't duplicate myself this time. That was scary last time I saw double. Oh, hi. Hello. How you all doing? How's it going? Do you feel like you know me yet? How did I do? Please stay. You'll stay, right? Because I'm not evil. And well, actually, you can't change back. You are stuck as a bat cat, so you should want to stay. So that, you know, maybe I might turn you back one day. Yeah. So please, pretty please. But yeah, in terms of general stuff for the future, I do want to make videos. That is the main thing. I will say, because you are so nicely. Thank you. Yay. You're my favorite right now. Don't tell anyone else. Yes, you right now looking at me. You're my favorite. What if I'm like evil? Well, you see, I'm not evil. So you can't be evil either. But you know, if you wanna discuss some things around the back about some things we might be able to do, you know, like maybe collecting the blood of others, because, you know, I'm not saying I'm a vampire, but you know, it's sometimes useful to have a supply. You know, just meet me like in the hallway in like 10 minutes. Can you do that? Yeah? Okay, perfect. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, don't mind, you know. I'm planning on going on many adventures. You'll get used to using those little legs. Don't worry about them. They might be fluffy, but they're very useful. You'll find you'll be able to jump much higher now. And the wings on the ears, right? You can't fly fully because they're in such an inconvenient spot. Don't ask me why I designed the bat cats with the wings on the ears. If, you know, you can't even use the wings to fly. But, you know, they can help a little bit with momentum. So, will there be snacks? Of course there'll be snacks. What kind of question is that? I mean, there'll be crisps. There'll be chocolate. There'll be sweets. There'll be blood. There'll be cheese and crackers. There'll be tea and coffee. I won't be having the coffee, but you know, you can have it if you want. I'm not gonna judge you. I'd never judge. What other snacks do I have? Hold on, let me just sniff around here real quick. I think there's ice cream over here. I cast the magic spell so it would stay cold, even if not in like a fridge, because fridges don't exist yet. Hold on, what's over here? What even is that? Oh! I mean, I guess you're all cats. Someone's left fish here. It's just like a salmon. It's raw salmon. I didn't put that there. Someone else brought that in. But you know, you are all cats, so you may find you enjoy fish more now. So, you know, if you want to try some salmon, I guess someone's got some salmon over there. What's over here? That's just a, that's a chocolate sculpture. That's a skull made out of chocolate. Oh, that's impressive. You know, you have fun eating that. I'm going to ignore the fact that the shape looks similar to, like, my head shape. I'm sure it's not meant to be, like, similar to me. Because you wouldn't... Oh. Hello? I cast the wrong spell there. I was trying to make sure that, you know, they weren't trying to murder me by making something that looks similar to me to be edible. But, you know, It's fine, it's fine. So yeah, you've got plenty of snacks here. You'd never want to leave. Just never. Oh, that's... You made it? You made the chocolate skull that looks like my head? You know, it's thank you. It's very sweet. We will be having some words later. Just as a warning. But you know, I'm not evil, so it'll just be like a little talking. You know, nothing bad. Anyway, you will all love it here. I promise. I promise you'll have an amazing time. Because nothing will ever go wrong. And nothing will, you know, just don't even question it. Don't question it. I'm hungry. Hi, hungry. I'm Star. Like I said, if you're hungry, there's also potions, alright? You'll have to guess what they each do. Because I haven't labelled them yet. But they're there. They're just on the table. Feel free to grab one. Don't worry, none of them will turn you into anything that isn't a bat cat. You are stuck as a bat cat. I hate to break it to you. Actually, you know, I don't hate to break it to you. Because you look adorable. And magnificent. You're starved. Maybe. I was starved of people. I was so lonely. Ah. But yeah, just try one of those potions there. I'm sure it'll be fine. If you change colors, that's a good one. All right. If you don't change colors, good luck. Is all I'll say. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. If you take anything bad from any of these potions, they're all reversible, you know? You might have like an extra wing growing out of your head, or your eyes might just disappear. Or you know, your tail might grow so long that it's so heavy that you can barely move. But don't worry, there's always a potion to reverse the effects. So you'll be fine. I hear some of them give you quite good saturation, so you know, at least you'll be full. So, don't worry about it. Oh gosh, is there anything else I've missed? Is that everything? Did I do the thing? Are you all going to stay now here with me? Right. I'm seeing some nods. I want to see everyone nodding. Yeah. Potion seller? Where? That's what I'm working towards. I haven't sold any potions yet. I need to get all of the ingredients and make more potions. And then I can be a potion seller. That's why I've hired all of you guys to help me. And I'm sure you will. Yeah, I don't know when the video will be up. I'm saying Wednesday. Because I definitely don't have a real job. I definitely don't have work. Like, that'd be crazy. Like, who would actually have work? I'm always a witch going on adventures. I'm never not anything else. I'd never have like a corporate office job. That would be crazy. Like, well, anyway, I'm saying Wednesday, and then like I said, I've got 2 others recorded that should be out hopefully soon after. In terms of streaming, I do want to stream on here more, but it'll probably just be for like events and stuff. I'm gonna focus on the videos. But you know, maybe you'll get to talk to me like this. sometimes, because, you know, we just have casual hangouts even. Yes, hangouts where we don't do evil things. And we have snacks and we vibe and nothing would ever go wrong. It would never go wrong. Just never. But yeah. Oh gosh, what do I do now? What do I do now? Do I then cast a spell to end? I don't actually know much about how YouTube works. I'll be honest, this is my first ever time streaming on YouTube. I was a Twitch. I know I was a Twitch streamer. Oh. I know how you end a Twitch stream, like, oh my gosh, let's raid out, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how you meant to end it. Do you just say bye and then disappear into the ether? Do I just like, hold on. Do I just like, hold on. Let me just, bye guys. I'm gonna head over here. Is that how you do it? I don't know. I guess I could cast a spell. A spell that sends you all on your way to have a wonderful rest of your day, and have a wonderful rest of your week, and have a wonderful rest of your year and life and vibe. Yeah? How does that sound? Because I think you all deserve it. You've all been very good Batcats today. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. I will be honest, I was a bit nervous. I was a bit scared. But you guys have all been wonderful, so thank you. To any people watching the stream later, don't think you got away with being turned into a Batcat. I'm watching you, right? Don't think you escaped. Look at yourselves right now in the mirror. That's right, you're a cat now, with bat ears. You did not escape. I was keeping an eye on you. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And yeah, I hope to see you all very, very soon. But yeah, I guess just bye. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.